Okay, so I thought that maybe I would do a short little video here for you guys on how I use my iPhone. It's just going to be pretty brief. So, first off, I use VoiceOver to access everything on my phone. VoiceOver is a screen reader that is built into the settings on Apple devices. And I can show you guys quick how to get to that. And then I'm going to show you kind of how I send an email and how I take a picture. So let's get started. So there's my settings. To kind of scroll through things, I swipe right on the screen and left on the screen. So if I swipe from right to left on the screen, it will take me back up the page like this. And if I swipe left to right, it takes me back down. So I'm going to go back down to the settings. And then to open the settings, I will do a double tap with one finger on that. And that just opens the settings right up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do my swipe from left to right to get down to the general settings. And I'm just going to slow the speed down here quick. Okay. I'll slow it down to there. Hopefully you guys can understand that. Where I had it at before was how fast I typically listen to VoiceOver.
Bluetooth, cellular, button, notifications, button, sounds and haptics, do not disturb, button, screen time, button, general, button, selected, settings.
And I just did a one finger double tap again on the general settings and it opened it up for me.
General, heading.
Now to show you where VoiceOver is, I am going to go down to the accessibility. So again, I'm going to use my swipe from left to right.
About, button, software update, AirDrop, handoff, CarPlay, home button, accessibility, iPhone storage, accessibility.
Oh, right there it is. And double tap on that.
Accessibility, heading, vision, heading, VoiceOver, on, button.
And right there is VoiceOver. We can see that that is on. And if you tap on that and open it up,
VoiceOver, heading, VoiceOver, on.
it'll kind of tell you what it is here.
VoiceOver speaks items on the screen. Tap once to select an item. Double tap to activate the selected item. Swipe 3 fingers to scroll.
So what that's saying is if you're like scrolling down through pages, you can do 3 fingers and swipe up and it'll scroll you kind of through those pages.
VoiceOver practice, button.
And then you can do a VoiceOver practice.
Speaking rate, heading. Speaking rate, 65%, adjustable.
And that's what I just changed,
One finger to adjust the value.
was the speaking rate, so that it was a little bit slower so you guys could understand that, since I know I do listen to it pretty fast, I've been told.
Speech, button. Verbosity, button.
And then there's just all these other settings in here that you can use. So yeah, I'm going to move on and show you guys how I send an email.
Settings. Mail, 7 unread emails.
And
Tap to open.
there's my email, so I'm going to double tap on that.
Mail. See panel on FedlinMoney.com. Fedlin, filter messages. Updated just now.
And now I know that the compose mail button is down here on the bottom part of the screen. So I usually just kind of tap there to see.
Updated just now.
And I know it's right next to that usually.
Compose, button.
So I'll just swipe left and right there is the compose. And I'll double tap on that.
2. Text field. Is editing. Character mode.
Now who do I want to send it to? I'm just going to send it to myself just to show you guys.
A, M, M, B, 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 E, E, R, R.
And now when I'm typing these letters, there are different keyboard settings that you can do. So you can have it where you tap on it once and it'll select it, and then you double tap and it'll actually type it. Or you can have it where you can move your finger around the screen.
Amber and Marlene. Button. More Amber Croft. More info. Amber Croft. Amber R. Croft at Gmail. Send. Dim. Button.
And that's actually how I have mine set up, is so that like I can move my finger around the screen and it will just tell me what letter's there, and then as soon as I let up, whatever letter that I'm on that I'm pulling my finger off of is what it'll type. Okay,
More. Right square bracket. Left square bracket. Right square bracket. Period. At.
okay, there's the at.
The blind mommy.
See.
Amber at FedlandMoney.com. Button.
There's my
Blind mommy.
email.
Text field is editing. The blind mommy. Amber at FedlandMoney.com. The blind mom. At contact. CC/BC. Amber at FedlandMoney.com. Subject. Text field.
And then I'll type something here in the subject. And to get into those boxes, I just again do a double tap on them.
Tab H. Tab H. E. E. L. L. F. L. O. O. Space. Hello. Message. Notify. Message body. Thanks. Amber Croft. Text field.
And then
Insertion
here,
point at end. Insertion point at start.
okay, so it said it's insertion point at end when I first tapped into it with the double tap. That just means that I'm at the end of my signature and everything. So if I just go ahead and do a double tap again, it'll bring me back up to the top. So I'm just going to type a little message in here.
J. Tab H. Tab H. O. O. W. W. Space. A. A. T. R. R. E. Space. Y. Y. P. O. O. U. U. Space. T. T. This. O. O. D. D. A. A. Y. Y. Question mark. Question mark. Space. Return. New line.
Okay, and then I will
Message body.
just going to
Empty line.
tap somewhere up where the message is. Okay, and then I'm going to use my swipe from right to left to go back up this page, which will bring me back up to my send button.
Subject. Hello. Text. Amber at FedlandMoney.com. CC/BCC. 2. The blind mommy. Send. Button. Hello. Send. Button.
There's my send,
Cancel.
and there's the cancel. So I'm going to go back down to send and press send.
See panel on FedlandMoney.com. FedlandMoney.com. Unread. The blind mommy. Hello. 7.
And there it is.
Selected. How are you today? Thanks. Amber Croft. Mark message. Button.
So that is how I send an email. And then I was going to show you how taking a picture works for me. So
Calendar. Photos. Camera.
there's my camera.
Camera. Flash. Automatic. Button. Live book. Timer. Filter. Viewfinder. Camera mode. Photo and video viewer. Take picture. Button. Camera chooser. Camera chooser. Back facing. Camera mode. Take picture. Camera chooser. Back facing.
So I'm going to flip it around.
Camera chooser. Front facing.
There we
Front
go.
face. Take picture. Button. One face. One face. Large face. Face centered. One face.
And that's how I'd take a picture.
One face. Large face. Face near bottom edge. Take picture. Button.
So that is about all I really wanted to show today. I might go into detail with other apps later, but that is how I use my iPhone.
Camera. 7:22 p.m. Status bar item. Control center. Selected. Screen recording.